the fuck? They gotta fix the fucking... They gotta fix this fucking coffee machine. Dude, it won't shut off. It's a piece of shit. Oh shit, we're on. Hey everyone, this is the end of quarter 5 report for 25-31. It's been a difficult quarter, especially with the incident that made public recently, but that's neither here nor there. I'm sure that if we just don't let it happen again, it won't be that big of an issue. That being said, I am aware that the board and the rest of you are all very worried about the Satisfactory, and rest assured, we all know you're not, and that's fine. Now, it has been a day since the incident. This was recorded the day after the incident, the day after it was made light too. I wish I'd say... Sorry, no. It's all neither here nor there. Business is still as usual. Besides that, we are missing a pair of hands here and there, but next time we'll hide the body. I'm sure you are all well aware of exactly the extent of the incident and everything, but rest assured, we have it under wraps, we have it uncovered. Nothing more about it will come out, hopefully, or else we're gonna have to find another way to get another body off world, but that's a whole nother thing. For the end of this quarter, I want to show off the progress on the factory that we've made, and just the general how things are going. As you can see right here, up on the top right of the screen, we're working on phase 3 of the space elevator, and our current milestone for this phase is petroleum power. We finished up fluid packaging not too long ago, and all things considered, we're making a pretty good pace. There's our FICSIT standard company store for our workers. That's where a lot of them get their meals from the canteen. I'm sure you are all aware. And let's just look around. I started off this tour off here in the hub where we all started this journey so long ago. And it's been, honestly, quite a pleasure to oversee this factory. You know, it's just been a great experience and great learning opportunity. You know, it certainly beats better than working on the factory, you know what I mean? God. Damn. Oh, what want to be those guys? Jesus. Ugh. Do you think they even read the, what's like in the, and usually, like, the, papers we give them? Do you think they read it at all? Or do you... Oh, no, that's right. We found a way to just not give them the papers and get away with it. That's right. So they don't even know what they're in store for, are they? It's whatever. So, this is the base area. Right. And right outside the hub, immediately, is the space elevator. We've had to make some strip backs and stripping down on the hub. Unfortunately, everyone else has to camp for the night, and this is reserved for me. And I don't know who gets this one. I don't think anyone gets this one. I think these are both for me. But everyone else gets tents. We have lost a couple folks to the giant spiders, but that's neither here nor there. That happens. It's whatever. We don't really have any extra resources to spare, as we just need them for necessities to the factory. Necessities that aren't necessities for them. You know what I mean? Now, this is our very basic, out front of this hub is our very basic resource productions, in case if someone needs to grab just anything really basic that we might not have on hand. We just have these crates full of them here, just in case if someone needs something that, you know, we wouldn't really be needing to make a lot of anymore. Almost everything else is automating, going straight to the other facilities in the factory. So having these crates here full of the most basic stuff is very helpful, especially when we are expanding out our conveyor belts. That being said, this is largely a lot of older infrastructure. We just haven't really felt the need to replace it or remove it yet because we don't want to. It's easier to just keep it here and just ignore it. It's not looking ugly. It's not looking pretty. Looks kind of ugly, but who cares? And as you can tell over here with these, this is our power facilities directly over here, very close to the hub for ease of access. And we very much so do care about a clean environment here, which is why these are all burning coal 2 times faster and with 2 times more fumes coming out, so that it kills the environment much quicker, so that it's an act of mercy. Hold on, we have a I apologize, but we do appear to have an unwanted guest. That was a tracking rebar. We will find him and make sure he doesn't come back. Now, this is of course our platform for one of the more extended parts of our power grid. We usually don't build much of these, mainly because our workers just didn't know how to for the longest time, because I just neglected to tell them, but it's fine. You know, it's like a treat when they get to learn something. Dude, one of them, the other day, I told one of them what Z was, and they flipped out, dude. We really... Where do you get these guys? Are these the guys you grow in the vats? Or are these the guys you just lobotomize? Are they the ones you guys lobotomize, or are they the ones that are vat grown? Is it one of it? Which one is it? Okay, Stacy's telling me it's the lobotomized ones. The ones who spoke out against the company and just lobotomized them. Okay. So, this is like the power facility over here. We just grab coal and balance it all the way up to all these factories. You grab the water, just shove it in there, and do the rest, really. These right here, these pumps right here, extract all the water. We try to balance them out into the coal facilities as best as we can. But otherwise, yeah. We're looking to go into nuclear, not to replace this, but to add on to this, because... Yeah. I'm sure we'll find an effective way to deal with the nuclear waste, just as how we found an effective way to deal with the CO2. I think most likely what we're gonna do with the nuclear waste is just shoot it out into the ocean. It seems to be very effective that way. Over here, we have just this area producing some cadmium wire. Nothing too fancy for the time being. We haven't really delved into that technology yet. Sorry, cadmium ingots. We'll work on a wire. We're working on cadmium. We're not quite there yet with cadmium. That's what I'll say. We've expanded all other fronts pretty well, especially with steel and the space elevator. Right now we're working on oil, but we should probably catch up in cadmium. Probably would make expanding the power grid much more efficient and much easier, but it's neither here nor there. Now, if you follow these pipelines, this will actually bring us all the way down to our second power facility, all the way down at the bottom, down here. We will get over there to the other part of the main area real quick, but I just wanted to show you off the rest of the power infrastructure. Oh, okay, Stacy's telling me that half of them are lobotomized, half of them are lobotomized, half of them are just here against their will. Okay. That makes sense. Here's our second coal area. This is how we mine the coal. It's how we bring them all the way up. It's not the most efficient, but it does the job, you know. It's not the worst in the world. Kind of looks a little messy, but it's only me and the lobotomites and also the people who are below me and beneath me, so it shouldn't matter all that much. We have a research facility right here. We have a lot of these research facilities, crafting benches, and workshops scattered around the world for use for our workers and especially me. So, yeah. I remember this, Jazz, and we lost a guy. He was building the pipe. Someone like, oh no, it wasn't someone. It was me. He didn't. I didn't like where he was putting the pipe. So I just used the big crane and picked it up and moved it. And then I think it hit him and knocked him off. And he's down there somewhere. I think he might be still down there. I'm not sure. The screaming stopped a while ago, and it doesn't smell as bad as it used to. That was like, what, 3 months ago? It's whatever. His family didn't find out. I don't think he had one, so it's fine. Now, as I said, we're gonna get over to this other main area right over here. Right over here, this is our motor production facility where we build a bunch of motors for a lot of different uses, mainly vehicles and other mechanized implements. From here, in order to make a motor, we need two things. We need a rotor and a stator. A stator is made from copper wire and I believe steel pipe. So what we do is we grab steel pipe from our steel facilities over there. That was back by the power production area, if you do remember. We bring it all the way over here, loop it into here, balance it out, and then we use this copper wire to make stators. From here, we grab these stators, send it over to the motor facilities, as I showed you earlier, and we combine the rotors. To make rotors, what we need is iron rod and 25 screws. So we grab all the iron rods and all the 25 and all the screws and just shove them in here, and it spits out rotors. It's very nice, very nice to have. I know it doesn't look real neatest, but like I said earlier, it's only me, the people beneath me, and the lobotomites, so it doesn't matter. If it's fine by me, it better be fine by them, or else they're gonna lose a job, and you don't want that, do ya? Now in here, we have set up a screw production facility. Funny thing, before we have these mining machines, we actually just had a bunch of orphans do that. I didn't really bother telling them we were putting in a mining machine until I put it in, and then if you see all this red stuff, that's, well, the orphans. So I probably should have told them before I put it in, an extra pair of hands for crawling into somewhere, I guess, would have been nice, but it's neither here nor there. It's another couple mouths we don't really have to feed, and might have smelled for a little bit, but it's whatever. Anyway, this binds up all the iron. Oh, even some of the orphans are still on here. Ugh, that's whatever. This binds up all the iron, brings it all the way over here. This gets balanced out into these smelters, which smelt them in iron ingots. They get brought all the way through here into these constructors. They make cast iron screws. The difference between iron screws and cast iron screws is that cast iron screws for us are just a little bit faster. It is then spit out here, gone from here, taken from here, and taken back out. However, the iron is brought up through multiple floors of this building. So it makes it all the way through all these balancers or splitters. It goes to this elevator, goes up into this floor, goes it all the way through these balancers and these constructors and these smelters, and gets spit back out. However, it also goes up one more floor, and here are the rest of the screws. So they all go out, they all go down from here, and half of them go out this way, and the other half are put in here. However, we don't really need screw storage anymore, so we're just kind of just spinning it back out and sending it back through that way. There's a couple more things in this area that I want to show off before we head over to the next area. That is, this is where we make smart plating. I don't think we need smart plating anymore, but I'm too lazy to remove all of it. Smart plating is by combining an reinforced iron plate with a rotor. And that was what we needed for, I believe, the second phase of the elevator. We have around a lot of these, so I don't think we have any more use for it, but it's nice to have just in case. This is, of course, the awesome sink. This is where our workers can put their awesome dollars into here that get grinded up and can be spent in the shop. I, of course, get a discount, and I don't have to put and I can put anything in there, not just awesome dollars. What I can do, and over here. Oh, that's motors. Sorry about that. Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. I know the ethics board isn't too happy about the whatchamacallit. They don't think we have enough bodies. Is what I'm saying. They're not too happy about the whole thing becoming public. And I'm aware of that. No, not much going on here, but like the worker getting crushed by the forklift, the incident. They're not happy with that being public and being on like in 4K and CCTV, and also the fact that one of the starving children came over and tried eating him while he was still alive under the forklift. But that's neither here nor there. I understand that they're not happy about it coming out. I know, but otherwise it'd be whatever. That happens all the time. But I'm kind of. They gotta give us a little bit more leeway, I think. I know if we don't get caught, we're fine, but sometimes we get caught. And I think they gotta understand that. This is our SAM production unit, and for those of you on the board who are newer here, SAM stands for Strange Alien Matter. Excuse me, there's some local wildlife we haven't made extinct yet, so we'll deal with that later. Basically, we take this miner right here, mines up this SAM deposit, or SAM deposit. It brings it all the way up here. All the way through here. Brings it all the way through here into this splitter. Splits it up this way to that direct box right there, just in case if we need some extra SAM. Brings it through here, and it's the same balancer system as the one we saw in the screw workshop, because I figured why not just copy that for everything else, because it's just very simple. So basically it brings the SAM here into constructor, which constructs it into reanimated SAM, and then the reanimated SAM gets brought back through here and brought back out, and it also gets brought up another floor, and that's basically what we've been doing with it. Besides that, basically identical except for the fact we don't have to smelt it. Now, over here, we have the reinforced steel plating facility. This is where, as you said earlier, we make the reinforced steel plating for the smart plating. We take all the iron from here and put it on this conveyor belt, shoot it up through there, make it into screws. That's a screw building again. Bring the screws back through here, and then we combine it with iron plates, which are made over there, which we will get to. And the iron plates are combined with the screws to make reinforced plating. Normal plating is just made by smelting iron and flattening down into sheets. We smelt the iron, we grab the iron, mine it, bring it through the smelter, we bring it through the constructor, and then shoot it back over there. Simple, easy, done. And over here, we have the copper area. This copper miner is a little bit slow. I'm gonna upgrade it. Last time I tried to get a worker to an employee to upgrade a miner. I didn't hear from him again. It's whatever. So it's just gonna mine out the copper. It's gonna bring it from here. It's gonna fill up the smelter. Smelter smelts out the copper. We have a really compact balancing system here. For some reason, I don't exactly know why, but it's whatever. We then take all the. It's a lot slower than it usually is, isn't it? I will fix that in a second. After the end of this recording, of course. We're gonna take all this copper wire, balance it out. I do apologize. It's just I'm a little tired. You know how it is. I haven't had some orphan blood on a bit, so it's been a long day. But anyway, we balance this out by grabbing the copper wire, bringing it through here, bringing it through the constructor, making cables. These cables will then go from here and go into this storage box. Cables are what we use to connect power lines, and all that sort of stuff. Then for here, we grab the extra and spare copper ingots, bring through here, and these make into copper sheets, which we make for hypertubes and pipes. That's the copper area all marked down. Let's bring it over to down here. This is power storage, so we just loop the power of the facility into here, into these two guys, just in case of emergency generators. They do not power up the barracks or the tents, because we have barracks, but we also have tents. I do not remember where we put the barracks. For all I know, they could have been destroyed by now, but it doesn't really matter. They're not. Who else am they gonna get food from? You know. We killed all the native. We killed all the native like edible plants. So it's like, oh, they're gonna have to come back to us eventually if their barracks are destroyed. So that's fine. This is just a spare storage container. I don't know what to do with it. But yeah, that's this area. That's a blueprint structure. We design buildings in there, and we just so we can make like pre-made buildings, just slap them down, not really have to worry about them. Now over here this is right adjacent to the power facility. Ouch. So this storage container should have all of the steel beams that we could ever need. Basically, I will show you the steel production facility in a second, but all you really need to know is that we have a ton of steel going into this general area, and we also we have this big iron area here. So we take all this iron, mine it up, bring it all the way over here, and within this area we make screws and plates respectively. This area specifically, this smelts it. It goes in the constructor. The constructor makes plates. The plates go in here, and then we make reinforced iron plates, like we've seen earlier. And this is another screw production facility right over here. So it makes all the screws, brings it all the way through here. Reinforced iron plates go all the way through here. So now we have reinforced iron plates and screws, and this is making our modular frames, which are quick, easier, not quick and easy. They're like the frameworks of things. That's basically this area right over here. However, as I said earlier, we have the steel beams coming in through here, because we need steel beams and modular frames to make the versatile framework for this part of the space elevator. Honestly, I can just like put in the space elevator right now, and I'm just not feeling right now. I'll do that when we're done with all parts of the space elevator. So let's give the before we give the steel production area, the steel production area a visit. Let's go over to past Bent Dig Lake, over to where this pipe leads. as you can tell, we have plenty of water extractors here, but it's actually not enough to support all of these all of these coal producers, all of these coal, all the coal. Oh my God, all the coal power plants. I'm so sorry, guys. You know how I am with all my orphan blood. Basically, we take water from this natural reservoir. We did have to kill all the baby otters and all the small little platypuses in this area, but it's fine. It's whatever. And we just take it and shoot it up and bring it back for there. What is in the biomass? Oh, we still have biomass burning, don't we? Huh. Okay. I think that's what's left of some of the orphans as well. I don't think all of them got killed by the drill being placed down. I think some of them made it out, but like lost a leg or two, so we couldn't really do much with them except for just turn them into biomass and just use them as fuel. That's whatever. Oh, looks like we have a member of the local wildlife. Oh, I guess I missed. Hold on. You are not allowed to be here. Thank you. I will take you as a trophy. Now, that's this general area. Let's head back to the base area one more time so I can show you what else we've expanded off from the base area that you have not really quite seen yet. Now, quick little thing of note is that this is actually the truck station we have. Some of the workers want to drive this tractor around and stuff, and because they need to get to and from, and they don't have like cool awesome jetpack that I do, because that's reserved for me and me only. So they need, you know, a little vehicle to go around. And I also do have a vehicle of my own, but come on. The workers can't have nice things now, can they? That's not how that works. They're workers. They're not supposed to have rights or nice things. So that's a tractor station just for the workers. They have to take turns on it though. One of them actually had to use it because his wife was in labor and he needed to get to the spaceport quick. However, he wasn't on break, so we had to shoot him on sight because, you know, you can't just do that, man. Now over here is our quartz production facilities. As you notice, there are two types of quartz coming back for the base. We are working on a third type, but we just haven't really routed it through here. No, we have a third type knockdown, that's right. We have just raw quartz and quartz crystal that go to those two crates down there. Basically, we take the raw quartz from the quartz mine all the way back over there. We split it up for this way. We route it into the facility, and then we put it in through a constructor and make quartz crystal, and then we just spit it back out. And then we send it over to the crate. And then we split off some of this raw quartz crystal over to here. This is a newly built facility. We haven't finished this one up yet. We put it into a constructor, and we make silica. Another research facility. Just a quick little like research terminal in case you need anything. And if you notice, there's a bunch of steel pipes coming this way, and that's because. Hold on. There we go. That's the momentum we need. Yeah, you guys at R&D really did a great job with this jetpack, by the way. It's great. I know it's a bit of a trek, and I apologize for the wait, but this is our gunpowder production facility. Basically, we take all this sulfur, we mine it, we split it on through here, and then we route it through here. Down from here. And then we take the sulfur, split it for here, combine it with the coal mine up through here. There's a coal mine all the way down there. You can just see in view right there. We split the coal all the way up through here, combine it with the sulfur into black powder. And then from here, we take black powder, route it over here, and we're gonna we combine it with the steel pipes to make obelisks or bombs. I call them obelisks because I think it's funny when I go obelisk and then I blow someone up. Usually it's workers, but it's whatever. That's really all there is down here. Let's head back. Hold on. I have to make some packaged liquid battlefield, don't I? It's whatever. If you see that death crate, that's just the body of a worker we haven't got rid of yet. It's the guy from the forklift incident. You know the one I'm talking about. The guy who got aimed by the orphan while he was still alive. Yeah, the screaming was really loud. I kind of got sick of it. I kind of shot him, not because like mercy or anything, but because I just didn't like the screaming. But well, we don't really need to tell. We didn't really need to tell him that. For all the news knows, he was dead. Well, the news knows better, but all the news is saying is that he was dead when I found him. Morons. Well, no. Our folks at the media stations are chill. The public, they're dipshits, aren't they? We're heading back for the HUD, but we have to head over to the spaghetti station first because I couldn't think of a better name to call it. Basically, we had some some of our R&D guys, you know, sent us over some newer conveyor belts, right? Mark 3s, and we still had Mark 1s in use, and we kind of honestly didn't know what to do with them. So we decided we were going to do an endurance test to see how long and how reliable Mark 3 conveyor belts were compared to Mark 1s and Mark 2s. So we just made a mess of them, essentially, put some copper wire on them, and just sent them out. You know, really just see what would happen, how much would break down, what would stop working, and nothing really has broken so far, which is nice. One time something did break, and I sent a worker to go and fix him. I haven't seen him. It's been like, I think, a week. It smells terrible here, by the way. I don't know why, it just smells terrible. So, you know, as you can tell, I'm wearing a gas mask because that's how bad it smells here. We haven't seen him at all. He's been gone. It also smells really bad. But besides that, yeah, that's this area. And now, if you notice, there's another big pillar next to the Oh, hold on. Let me just, grab a little bite. I know it's a little unprofessional, but it's been a long day wrangling these morons around. Now, if you'll notice the big pulp besides the already existing one, the space elevator we've been working on so diligently, that is the loyalty ladder. And I know what you're thinking. What is a loyalty ladder? Essentially, when I'm feeling bored, or when I feel like a particular worker has been slacking off, or missing his wife and his kids and his family like a loser, I send him on the loyalty ladder. First things first, only I can really get up here because only I have the zipline thing. They usually have to just climb. And I tell them, once they're up here, hey, there's something at the top of the ladder. Go get it. Sometimes they ask me, hey, don't you have a jetpack? And then I go, yeah, it's just not very... And I'm like, I put the, what do I do? No, I put the shitty fuel on it. You know, the shitty biomass. Yeah. Usually works. Usually convinces them. They do always shoot me a glare or two, but sometimes they like just refuse. So that's why I have this thing. So nice little reminder to them. But it's a long way up. And honestly, I use it a lot myself, but that's not to like test my loyalty to myself or anything. I mean, it's me. Who else would I be loyal to? But mainly because, these servo legs, these blade runners, right? First of all, super helpful with endurance. I barely feel like I'm walking these days at all. And it's probably why I can do this and the workers can't, but it's whatever. When I just feel particularly bored, I just climb up and skydive. Because when you have enough resources to build something that tall, why not? Now, from here, we should probably actually give you a tour of some more, what's the term? Exotic? No. Distant facility. So we're gonna, I am going to show off, proudly, my hypertube system. Well, I didn't make it, R&D did, and I'm sure you've heard of it, but the hypertube system that I have set up on this planet. Now, for those of you who are unaware, the hypertube is basically just a fun little slip and slide. You just go, and you're in. Now, if you'll notice, these little hatches right here check who's coming through the tube. If they're red, that means they're closed. If they're green, that means that person has authorization. Only I am allowed authorization of the hypertubes because, I'm above everyone. They're reserved for me and me only. So why shouldn't I have them? And yes, they do always shut on the workers. Sometimes they cut them in half. It's crazy. It is a little slow at times, but it's whatever. Now, the first turn we're going to go here is the steel production facility, which is this way. Now, in order to make steel, we need iron and coal. So, we need to take, we have coal right here, so we mine coal. This is a little safe area in case if I don't want to be attacked by the local wildlife or talk to those vermin we call employees. We mine coal here. And then we mine iron all the way. 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 Over here. We mine the iron here. And we just send it back. So then from here we have I want to go over there and visit it, but I haven't. My God, I haven't felt like it. You know how it is. Oh, I lost the momentum there. That sucks. And if you're wondering why you haven't seen any workers today, that's because they're on their 6-hour weekend right now. They'll be back soon, but it's weird when the factory's empty like this. Can you imagine them having more, like, a longer break than 6 hours? We'd get, like, nothing done. Like, imagine having, like, 2 days between, like, work weeks. That'd be fucking crazy. Like, oh my God. So basically, we get all the steel here. And in order to make steel, we need coal and iron. So we take coal and iron, put them in a foundry, press them together, make steel ingots. From here, we either make ingots into steel beams, or we take ingots, shoot them all the way over here, and combine them with concrete to make, we shoot them all the way over here to make just steel pipes. Then from here, with the steel ingots, we add them over here, shoot them from here, and we make encased industrial beams. I should actually probably do this real quick just to balance things out. There you go. There's a bit of a bottleneck here with the steel beams that we will absolutely address, but we just haven't yet. I will get to it. But within this steel area, that's all we really make in the steel area. Actually. So from here, we then take you again. Hyper 2, my favorite. And then we are going to make the turn to the... Oh wait, no, oils are here. Oil facilities. It's a really beautiful day here, isn't it? Now, for if you notice the big construction over here, oh shoot, I apologize. Sometimes the tubes just suck you in. Now, if you'll notice, this big concrete construction, this is the skate park. For their 5-minute lunch breaks, workers can walk all the way over here from the main facilities to watch Herbert here. Of course, only I am allowed to drive them, and I am, of course, expanding this. They're not allowed to drive Herbert. Herbert has a fingerprint recognition device, so if you put your hands on the steering wheel and you don't have the right fingerprints, you will be electrocuted to death. Same thing here with Timmy, my buggy. Look at him, he's a real piece of work, ain't he? I love him. Spins him a dime, doesn't he? But yeah, from here we have just another base operations. These doors only open to me because, yeah. And then from here, here's where we deal with oil. So it's a bit of a mess in this because we haven't really expanded out oil production yet, so we kind of have to fit it all around this one oil well. We have an oil extractor that will extract crude oil through this pipe all the way through here, and we split it between two things. We split it between this refinery, which makes plastic, and this refinery, which makes rubber. Plastic and rubber both let out heavy oil residue, which we have no use of. Well, we do have use of it, but we haven't managed to utilize it quite yet. We then store plastic, and then we store the rubber in their box, in their respective areas. And let me just flush the system. And yeah, I believe that is the last and most recent addition to our facilities. In total, this is around 6 months of work, and that is the end of our report for quarter 5, 23rd, yeah, 23, no, 25, 20, sorry. And with that, I believe it ends our factory report for the end of quarter 5, 2531. I do appreciate your willingness to watch this, and I thank you and the board